Three, two, one. Hey, everybody, this is Cyrene with AIE, Helia Iacta Est, and this is Cy's Fireside Chat, which is going to be changing after tonight into Gaming with Guildies. We are changing the name, adding a co host, which is Accuzod, and we're going to be moving to a weekend time slot to make it easier for all of us to get together. But in the meantime, tonight we are doing a special episode for Summer of Love, and we are hanging out in Eve Online. And right now we have Link Theris and Tuku. Welcome, guys.
Holas.
Hello.
So I have to ask, since we're starting everything up, how are you guys doing? How's it been? How's it going?
Super ridiculously, oh my god, busy.
War is fun.
I heard there was a lot of stuff going on in Eve, but I don't know that much about the game. So this is kind of new for me too tonight. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. We're kind of right in the middle of one of the most active battlegrounds in the game right now. What started off as a small, what would you say, a small proxy war between a Chinese alliance and our former alliance, Test Alliance, please ignore, has burned into what is now was then called, or it's morphed into what was called the Hobo War. And of course, now it's known as the Eve War, as in everybody versus everybody war.
That sounds crazy. I can't even.
It's literally a war so big it regularly destroys the universe. As in crashes the entire game.
Yeah, you'll notice a little bit of instability tonight, unfortunately, because as we were doing this right now, there is a huge capital fight that's been going on for more than 4 hours. So server's a little angry, a little temperamental. It's a little been kind of worked out. It's been kind of working kind of hard tonight. So we might pop us out once in a while.
Imagine Coop, but if all of AIE WoW went at the same time. That's about
that's crazy right there.
And that's just one side.
Wow. So I do have to say we are live streaming via my Twitch channel and via the AI Guild Twitch. They are hosting us. So just keep in mind that anything said on the airwaves eventually is on the internet now or will be later when I convert this to a YouTube video. So I know Eve has spies. I think I should throw that out there.
We tell them everything anyway. We tell them first, in fact. It's okay.
Yeah, the spies are the first ones to find out. If they don't know, they're bad spies.
Like I said, I don't know how this game plays, so I don't want to be the one in trouble for not pointing that out at the beginning. But I do want to give a shout out. There's a lot of people in the stream chat, which is awesome. So thank you guys for coming in. So randomly, I'll shout out whatever's going on in the stream, just so that we can keep all those guys involved in what's going on. So I guess at this point, you guys got to tell me what I'm doing, because right now, for those that don't know, I finished the tutorial barely, killed my ship, and now I'm in the hangar after the tutorial. So at this point, I have no idea what I'm doing in this game.
So just to give you like a brief recap. So in Eve, there are multiple areas, theaters of content play. You are currently in was it Darapint, Darlapunt? Word is not tiny. So that is considered a high security space because you've got a rating of 1.0 right next to your name. That is quote unquote the safest place in the game. Quote unquote. Yeah, right. So that means that if anyone tries to attack you, the big bag like space police will show up and immediately blat them off the field, and you're kind of sort of safe, kind of sort of assuming that they can get there in time. Now, as you move around in systems, that number is going to drop to 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 0.5. 0.5 is the least secure of the safe space. Everything from point 0.4 to point 0.1 is considered low sec. Um, there's no police. There's gate guns at the gate, so they'll start shooting you if you like try to kill anyone. But it's like if as long as no one's looking, you can get away with it. Then is where we're at. Nullsec 0.00. We are the law. We make the law. And how do we enforce the law? By shooting each other in the face.
And sometimes the enemy too.
Yeah. So instead of having the big like NPC alliances that live in high sec, also known as domain space, uh, uh, corporations or alliances or even coalitions, which are kind of like the organizational units that we have out here, we make the rules, we make the laws, we set standings, so you know not to shoot people who are blue, which is that's when you said that there's good folks. If they appear gray or red or orange, you are pretty much sure they're going to try to kill you
So,
because
so blue is good, and any other color is blow them up.
well, blue is good, green
Blue,
is
green,
good,
and blue, green, and purple are good.
yeah. So there's actually a small subset of gameplay called MPSI, not purple shoot it, which gets a lot of people together from different alliances, and if it's basically not purple, you don't shoot it. But that's a separate thing altogether. And then there's wormhole space. Wormhole space is different. That's a self-contained like government within a system that you can only get into via, of course, a wormhole. But we won't talk about that because those people are weird, asocial, and they need to take baths.
Check. Nude up. Lars Ganger insist. Oh, sorry. Hi, Lars.
And
Hey,
we
Lars.
have Lars joining us. He was running a bit late because of stuff that he was going on. So welcome, Lars. To everybody on the live stream, say hi.
Who knows? You might have lost them still. See, branding.
Okay, in my defense though, I cannot take credit for that because the new name was Accuzad's idea. Which, if you haven't not heard, Accuzad is my co-host, so he'll be on when we kick over to the new time slot. By the way, there you go. There's my little plug. Okay, so blue, green, and purple are good. Other colors are bad. That's as far as I've gotten.
One half of the rainbow is good. The other half, they're trying to kill you. Bad people.
Oh, okay. So at some point in time tonight, I fully expect that I'm going to blow up into smithereens. I just want to say that now.
That is the plan.
Undocking your ship in Eve is express consent to lose your ship.
Yes, because my husband plays, and I hear all the time about how he lost a ship, and he gets really sad. So,
Well, Lars has a story about losing a ship.
So, oh yeah, but yeah, like unlike other MMOs where PvP is consensual, well, non-consensual. In PvP, in Eve, you're expected that PvP can happen at any point, even in a high security space. So if you have a thing about getting shot at and losing your ship, you should get used to that. Also, once your ship is gone, it's gone forever. Everything inside it, unless it happens to drop as loot, bye bye, goodbye.
I told my husband the only way I would play Eve is if I never had to leave the dock.
There is a way of doing that you can, but it involves playing the market basically all the time.
Market PvP, best PvP.
Absolutely. Everything in this game is PvP, even the market.
Finally got my microphone sorted out. Hey.
Hey, welcome, Lars.
Hey.
Thanks.
So, but yeah, the gameplay in Eve is kind of high stakes, and yes, you could lose a little, or you could lose a lot, and you just have to get kind of comfortable with that. And oftentimes we'll talk about, and there's been a couple of articles that talk about that. people oftentimes when they end up in a PvP situation, you suffer what is oftentimes referred to as the sweats and the shakes. Uh, this game is a quiet, serene uh, kind of exercise and meditation until it's not, and then it's seconds, if not minutes, of absolute sheer terror.
Until they lock up your 12 billion ISK freighter, and yeah.
Yes.
And since Lars brought it up, I'm sorry, Lars.
Don't lie what you can't lose.
Yep. But luckily for us, for tonight we'll be flying some cheap ships, so it won't be too bad. Too bad. All right, Cyrene, you're in high sec. We're going to get you up to null sec. So we have a very simple thing for you to do.
Let me guess. It's called undock.
No.
Oh,
do
okay.
No, you're going to kill yourself.
Oh, great. I knew that was going to happen tonight.
Remember, in the lore of the game, you have been euthanized already. The only thing that exists of the person that you were before is your consciousness. Once your consciousness is transferred into another body, your current body is killed, murdered even.
Lovely.
So your bodies are just poof, gone. Just an extension of the material world, because what really exists is inside your head. So you'll notice on your right hand side, underneath the the station that you're at, you see those little icons. It says station services. You'll want to look at that little kind of trapezoidal thing with a head in it. Should be on the second row, third one.
Load bay.
Nope, the one that's right below those. Two more. There you go. Drone bay. So select that.
This seems scary, but okay, now what?
So click on
my.
that.
Lang, check that ping.
Oh no. 1 second.
They're not calling us away or anything, but it's just funny. Our CEO, the people who run our alliance, not the corp, not who's, is saying that the big fight we were talking about earlier is the next BTAC-R. And that's big talk, because BTAC-R, which is the abbreviation of a name in Eve, a system name in Eve, was, until that time, the largest space fight ever in Eve ever. Like 8,000 pilots, trillions of ISK lost, and it's happening again today.
So the battle of X47L is going on. Oh wow, 30 Titans have been lost. Oh, now,
what's a Titan, Uncle Lank?
What's a Titan? Uncle Tuku, do you want to talk about that?
A Titan is the largest spaceship that you can fly in Eve. It can it can basically mage teleport people places. It can teleport itself places. Don't Titans have clone base? I forget.
Those, I think, our characters or workers have that clone base.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but anyway, they're massive ships that are worth in-game currency. It's like usually with fittings and gear and stuff, it's upwards of 100 billion, and like 30 of them were lost today.
And then usually because you can buy the in-game currency via Plex, so roughly around say $20 will get you 750 million ISK.
Oh no, it's more than that now.
Oh great.
I bought 2 Plex, $40 worth, and it got me a 1.5 bill.
I'm still trying to figure out how I'm supposed to kill myself here.
Oh, we'll get you there because we got sidetracked with the whole
thing. We got excited because really big spaceships exploding. Yes.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. So we go back to where we're going. So you see the little line that says home station and change station. You'll want to click on that button.
Okay, I changed. What am I? Oh, hello. Okay, where am I going?
So select change station. So corporation office, you can change over. So good. So this is the station, and you can do this once every calendar year. We're going to change that to a corporation office, and you're going to scroll down, and you're going to look for a system called YF Tech.
YF-P4X.
Keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep on scrolling, scrolling, keep on scrolling. Oh, there
There's
you
a
go.
yeah.
So YF Tech Packs. Together we are better. Set that as your home station. And of course, say yes.
Okay, now what?
Congratulations, you have now moved your medical death clone to YF Tech.
Basically,
So
what just happened lore-wise was the body you were in was liquefied and used to make someone else's body, and a new one was, and your mind was put into a new one.
Oh,
You
that
clicked your
sounds
ruby red
lovely.
slippers together and said no place like home.
yeah, but it has not happened yet because what you need to do is close that little window.
No, you click the self-destruct button.
No, get out her ship first.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So you're in your nice little venture there. So you'll right click over that and tell it leave ship. Don't worry, it won't hurt much.
Kind of sketchy.
Just a little.
Sketchy.
There you go. Now you can kill yourself in this station. I don't remember if you right click and tell it to self destruct, or I forget the clone bay button.
I always go back to the Clone Bay button because there's a big button that just says self-destruct. It's really clear, and I'm slow sometimes.
All right, so hit the clone bay button again on the right hand side.
Your consciousness will be transferred to YF Pax. Self-destruct. Nice, nice, Eve.
Remember, death is only temporary. It's a learning. Lesson. So press the button.
Button has been pressed. My husband is next to me clapping excitedly, which scares me even more.
Who is?
My husband.
Oh.
Better known as Xylon and Eve, I think. Oh,
There
I'm
you go.
sorry. He goes by Mining Minerton or something weird.
Minerton.
What kind of a name is that anyway? Never mind. That's totally off topic.
Mining Miner McMinerton. The best name in Eve.
It's like Bodieface McBoatface.
No, he doesn't mine at all.
So now you find yourself you're in a new station that is now owned by our executive corporation for the alliance. Love all the woodland nymphs.
Yay, I'm in the little pod.
So I'm going to give you a ship. So I'm going to start trade with you. So just give me one quick moment.
Oh, thank you, Dejera. Thank you. In Twitch chat, I've just taken my first step into a larger world.
So I made you a ship.
Oh, yay. Is it a little baby ship?
It's a little frigate. I called it size ship.
Aw, thank you. Accept, right?
So you would have gotten, there you go. Just click on accept.
Trade completed with Mike Sarah.
So there. Now, if you open up that little like boxy thing icon on the left hand side, a couple icons underneath your face, that's your inventory.
Size ship, a condor. Is that what I'm doing?
Yep. So you're going to see, yep, there you go. So you will select that one and see if you can get inside the ship.
Is it make active or?
Yeah.
Requires the skills of a frigate level 1. What does that mean?
You need to train frigate level 1, Caldari frigate level 1.
Do you remember what what's that called? Race you picked when you started?
Galante.
Oh, look, we got Caldari frigates. I can give you a book.
Oh, what? Who?
You'll see right now.
Am I trading you again or something?
Yep. Just give me one quick second.
All right, do I trade you this other one back?
Nope.
So while we're doing all this trade, why don't we go around the room and everybody introduce themselves and talk about how long they've been a part of AIE and how they joined the game and all that fun, happy stuff. So since Lank's done a lot of talking, I'm going to start with Tuku.
Hello, I'm Tuku. I've been playing this game since forever. And what do you want to know? I had to pay attention to my E for a second. Okay.
Is it inject skill?
Yes, you will inject that skill and train it to level 1.
And anyway, my name's Tuku. They call me the Amazing Exploding Tuku because I just don't care about losing ships. I never have. It doesn't matter how much it costs. I'll fly it straight into the jaws of doom at any time for fun. And I've been playing this game for a long time. I wouldn't say I'm good at it at all, but I've been playing for a long time. I'm an FC for the Corp and Alliance. Means it's like a raid leader. I run fleets. And AIU pays me well for that. And I'm currently in the process of bankrupting them 100 million at a time. Well, 75 now. I've got them to knock it down. Hey, I keep telling them they just got to take it away, or I'm gonna keep taking their money.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all.
That's cool. Okay, so I click the thing and then I click the thing, but it's telling me it's going to take like a half hour to do it.
We can fix that.
Like if she's Galante, she just needs an Atron. There should be some on the market.
Oh, let me pick that up. And next we'll move over to Lars and let him talk while I go get you a ship you can fly.
Yeah, it's wait, no. I have Tristan's in my F-Tech. Just a second.
What do we need? Oh, even that.
Okay, so while you guys are figuring
Lars.
out the whole ship issue, I'm going to go to Lars. What about you?
Oh no! So I'll get to talk again. Jabby, poke. Yeah. But hey, I can jump in until he's ready. So, hey, I'm Lank. How you doing? Something that Tuku kind of said that he's been playing this game for like 6 years. I've been maybe what 5, 4 or 5 years, maybe something like that. I forget.
Only because you
You
ditched us.
never. I did not ditch you. You guys were in good hands.
Hey! It's partly my fault. Me and Lord Senile just lured him in and poked him and prodded him and dragged him kicking and screaming to Eve, and he's like, "Okay, I'll try it." And yeah,
They have rockets and missiles here, and see, I am the kid of the '80s. I grew up watching like a lot of like Japanese anime with mecha and robots, and there's this one show called Robotech, which had a lot of rockets and missiles, and I wanted that, and I got that in spades here. So many rockets and missiles. But I digress. Yes, I've been playing this game for like 4+ years now. I'm really bad at this game because no one's really good at this game. Because anyone who tells you that they are fantastic, awesome, like incredibly good in this game is lying through their teeth.
because the ones that really are know that they still have plenty to.
So the wonderful wonderment about Eve is that once you log in, you can do whatever the heck you want. But one of the downsides is that there is no roadmap. There is no sparkly path of line of progression for you to go to because it is all one ginormous rabbit hole. As soon as you're good at one thing, something else pops up and you're like, oh, look, a new rabbit hole. Yay, me.
Oh,
But before,
somebody
yeah,
somebody in Twitch asked how come I'm not spinning my ship. Apparently, I'm not in a ship. I'm in a clone pod. But if you want me to, I will spin it around just for fun.
she will have a ship soon. Tuku, do you have that ship yet?
Yeah, I'm making ponies for a fleet at the same time. Just say
Oh, ponies. Pony is a colloquial term that's our kind of line for participation links. So whenever you're in a fleet for the alliance or coalition, it's how we keep track of what you've done and where you're going. We have ponies, which means that when you ever click the link, it takes you to a web browser and you actually see small 8-bit ponies dancing around. My favorite is no is Rainbow Dash. And I've only collected 2 Pinkamena pies. It's like, when is the alliance going to allow us to trade ponies? But I digress.
You digress a lot, don't you?
I do. I see I see a rat hole. I go down it.
Well, in the process of your digressing, um, I am going to say thank you for everybody who is joining us. If you just are now watching the stream, this is Size Fireside Chat, aka Gaming with Guildies. Today we are in Eve and we're hanging out with Lake and Tuku and Lars. So stick around; it should be interesting. They've already blown me up once, so. But
It's like baptism through liquefaction.
Oy vey. Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Lake. Continue. Tell us more about how you joined this.
So, but yes, I got hooked stickered into playing Eve, and then, well, life happened in grad school, and it's like I had to only pick one, and I had to actually step away from Eve for a while because real life stuff. But now I'm back, causing trouble, causing problems. And you know how we talk about how in Eve you can do a lot of things? Well, you can even play this game when you're not playing the game because you see, I am a level 5 diplomancer. I play the game in the meta, which means that I twist things and I'm a wordsmith and I put words in people's mouths and start like instigate fights and overthrows of space governments. Of course not. You would know nothing about my dossier that's been built up of all the evils that I've been involved in, all for the betterment of our corporation and the AIE way of life. As I
Spoken like
salute
a true corpsman.
But yeah, Unlike a lot of games where there's this good side or a bad side, you really kind of practice the concept of moral relativism here. As in, what's good for you may not be good for me, but I got to do what I got to do to survive, make sure that that we can continue on. So sometimes we have to do some unsavory things, but again, the ends justify the means. It's one of the very few games where you actually celebrate being a bad guy.
Am I supposed to accept this from that guy?
No, you're not, because you can't fly because you're not an Omega. Bad, that guy. Bad. Giving you your Marshall. By the way, that ship was worth like several billion isks, by the way.
Who's that guy?
AKA
think-
also known as Jedi.
Oh.
So he's messing with you. He's showing off because he's
Oh,
got mixed.
He
I
shows
see. I see how it is, Jedi.
He shows off that silly thing every chance he gets.
It's like,
Okay.
look at me. And when it finally dies, I'm going to laugh because he's going to cry.
It's all right.
'Cause-
You should watch last night's episode when we were doing the drunken pub crawl in WoW because Jedi had to fight to the death to win second place naked and he lost.
when Jedi ship dies, we're going to snicker and laugh. But we won't snicker and laugh too much because it will eventually die.
I will.
Every ship dies. How's that ship coming, Tuku?
I'm getting it done.
What do you guys need? Can I help?
She just needs a Galente ship, just because we realized she can't fly a Kaldari one because it'll take 35 minutes to train up for it.
Well, it's 23 minutes now.
See? The talking does come in handy.
If you don't hurry up.
Well, Lank's good at it.
Talking or hurrying things up?
Talking, not hurrying things up. Never hurrying things up for Lank. No.
Hurry up and wait.
Jedi,
So,
what are you trying to trade me now? A Galante Cruiser 2. Can I take that? Is that usable?
Why does it give you a Galente cruiser?
I don't know.
Does it let you fly it? Probably not.
I don't know. Probably not. I'm trained in a level 2 Galante destroyer, a level 4 frigate, and a level 1 industrial, whatever that means. And mining frigates, apparently.
Here, we'll just give you another venture. Make it quick.
that'll work.
Okay, so do I cancel trade with Jedi? Oh, he cancel trade. What am I?
Just grab the venture.
Okay, what's a venture?
Venture was the same little ship that you had earlier. So you should be able to arm it, assemble it, and get into the ship. Tuku, if you would be so kind to send me a fleet invite, now that it looks like I'm not going to get kicked out of the freaking client.
There. I named it Fireside and put an advert.
Oh, Jedi, to answer you in the stream, I think that is still the plan, but I think they're trying to get me in a ship first so I can actually, go somewhere.
So about Jedi's plan about going to the Eve Gate is now pretty much permacamp. So we're going to get murdered if we go there.
Oh, okay. So, okay,
It would be fun though.
I have my
Oh.
ship's hangar open. What am I looking at? and doing?
You are looking at the ship that I just gave you, which you can't fly, and then the ship next to it, Little Venture, same ship that you had when you were in high sec. So you should be able to fly that ship.
Is it a symbol ship?
Yep. Oh, you see a little one on it. So you'll right click on it and say assemble ship
It's
because
assembled.
it's like wrapped in like cellophane and styrofoam and peanuts. So now go ahead and make active.
Hey, hey, look at that. It's the ship. Look at Discord side.
Look at that.
Yeah, this ship was not cooperating. I was having fitting trouble,
No
which is
worries.
weird.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Oh hi.
It's a regular Eve party in here.
I just have to say, Jedi, that Marshall, pretty sexy ship there.
Yeah, I heard you said you were gonna laugh when I lose it. I'm gonna laugh too.
Okay, I am in a ship. Now what am I doing?
So, Tuku, you still have the fleet boss, or should I start a new fleet?
No. I have Fleet Boss. I made a. It's in the Fleet Finder. I called it Fireside.
Did you give? Did you give Sai actual invite so she can find it?
She's there. She's already there. Like, just is bad at internet connections and kept getting disconnected earlier.
So there we go. So now we're a regular fleet. So Sai, you see that big yellow button on the right hand side that says undock.
Yes, I see it.
You're gonna press that button and undock.
Stuff
What are you
is
guys
about to
playing?
happen, people. So since other people were talking, let's go to Lars. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started?
So I move big ships and blow up big ships. Or maybe I move little ships inside big ships.
Yes. App description.
But the longer story is I think I joined AIEU about 3 months after it started. I think it was started in June or July.
Yeah, it was 3 or 4 months because we were just getting into Cloud Ring. Yeah.
And
When I
joined
first
about September, just before we went out to join test. And with the Remembrance Day coming up, that was just when we first moved out to Nullsec, and I blew up my first large ship, the freighter, because we brought in what was at the time a tower, which is where we would live, and that was our first home in Cloud Ring, I think it was, Tuku, and the name of our home was Milliways.
It was the first thing that our corp that we ever built that our corp actually owned. It was like a guild house sort of deal. And he brought it
We
in.
owned that system too.
Yeah, and Lars brought it in, and then his freighter got blowed up by, just random people that were passing.
So I want
we
to
brought
load
it
this
in
over.
successfully.
Yes.
Yes, you will want to load the overview because the overview that comes stock in the game is bad.
You need to give her more than that. There's more links that can make it work.
I clicked it, but it is.
You have to be in space.
I am
She's
in space. Aren't I?
Yep, you're in space.
What's this tethered thing, though?
So when you undock, you are tethered to the station. So the little beam that keeps you safe, unless you get locked up and then you die, because then it'll shoot you. So you are being repped by the station in case you take any damage. So you'll notice on your right hand side of the overview, you see it created some tabs. Some are for combat, some are for mining, some are for warp out. You see a little plane. That's your hey, you're traveling overlay. So you click on those depending on the actions that you're doing or which system or thing you're going to be involved. So you can keep it on the arrow, the little plane, or you can actually select the combat because that'll keep you safe. Always default to combat.
I don't think Lane gave you enough information.
I have no idea what he's saying.
Click on the link that Tuco gave you. It's going to open up a chat window.
Yeah.
And click on ZS Core. And it'll say blah, blah, blah. Do you want to load this overview? You say yes. And then as far as the rest goes, you can skip it and then just click on ZS Standard 2BL under layouts. And then that will bring up all the crap that
That's the one I posted.
you need to have.
2BL.
You need to have the core pack and that, otherwise it's not going to work.
Okay, now
TL
is it working?
didn't. TL didn't read. Link is bad.
I
Link
am
is
bad.
terrible
Yes.
at this game.
I'm terrible.
We
at
are
this game.
terrible at this game.
Okay, I did core and I did standard 2BL. I don't know what happened.
It should have loaded.
Should have changed your overview around a little bit.
The thing on the right hand side of the screen where it says there should be like a box that's got like icons in it, and directly underneath it there should be another box, and it should say there should be an airplane and there should be combat mining, blah 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 blah.
That's what I described. But
Yeah,
anyway, whatever.
You described it without doing the most important step, which was loading that stupid overview.
Link is
Okay,
bad.
as I'm circling around Link in space.
We're orbiting.
I think
I'm
I'm
gonna-
orbiting you.
I'm gonna kill Tugu's Material while we wait.
Oh, see that? Yeah. Tuku's in the material. Fancy.
I outfancy him.
He does by a couple orders of magnitude. Yes.
All right. So, Tuku, do you know where the the one ADM fleet is at right now? Which system?
It finished like not too long ago. That's why I was paying attention to Eve instead of the podcast for a second because I was making ponies.
Ah, that answers that. So then,
how far are we from? How far are we from anything like touristy, like the graveyard?
oh, we're going to go. Well, first we're going to go show off 16 a.m. The new.
Oh, the
new,
Keep Star. Yeah, that's a
Keep
big
Star.
thing.
So you notice the big space station in space, which sounds redundant. It's a Fortizar. It's the medium-sized citadel. So we live out of from this kind of castle in the sky.
Police are coming to come pull you over. I got a micro jump drive equipped, so I can't beat down to you.
Okay. In your Marshall.
I'm gonna come pull over Psy.
Whoop whoop! Space police.
Uh-oh. I didn't do it, officer, I swear.
Got police lights and everything. It's awesome.
Yeah, if you click on his icon in space, then on the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see one of the things above or below your overview is an eyeball. Click the eyeball, it'll zoom in on his ship and you can look at it.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna need a sign off
You need a Sino?
pretty soon. I'm gonna jump a big red truck over there.
Let me duck up, I'll get you one. Lank, explain to her how to look closely at the Marshal right quick, because I'm bad at explaining.
All right. Let's switch over to your screen real quick.
Do you see Jedi in space? Or that guy in space? Psy? I'm closer. I'm 39 kilometers away from you, toward the big building.
So you see the little purple squares, purple blobs. He's the one by the space station. So if you turn the camera around, you see one right there. You see that little purple splotch about right in the middle.
It looks like a chevron.
I saw Link's little purple dot, but I haven't seen. Oh, there you are.
Okay, so if you mouse over that, right click, you'll see a little drop down menu.
Uh-huh.
Select look at.
Oh. You do look like a police officer with the red and blue lights. That's funny.
Oh no, Hoots is here. He's not in
Uh-oh.
Discord, but he's talking in local.
Now
It's
I'm really
the space
scared.
police. Space cop.
I'm being overrun by Eve. Somebody help me.
I got a Sino ready.
I am so bad. I'm looking at your screen, Sai, and trying to turn the camera going, why my camera on? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not in the game right now.
You mean the pictures of Psy on the side of the screen didn't give it away?
Yes.
Like,
Because I am terribad. No. Jedi. Do you want to take Space Cop over to 16 a.m. or do you want to come up with something a bit more disposable?
I'm gonna bring a retribution, and we're gonna take the jump bridge.
That was my
Yeah.
plan.
Okay, how do I
Are
go
we
back
in
to
the
looking at my ship?
fleet?
So you
Like
see
that, because I just docked.
Oh, okay.
So the quick way to do it is you see the little control donut, which is what we oftentimes refer to it. So if you look at your little control donut, you see those little like dashes on the. You see 3 lines of dashes. The dash line on the top, that's your shields. The dash line in the middle, that's armor, and the dash line that's below that is your structure, your hull. So depending on the kind of ship is and how the bonuses that it's meant for, either you will have strong shields and weak armor, and of course hull is structure. That's all going to go real quick. Or you'll have weak shields, but a lot of armor. Now, right now, you are being what's called pointed, which means that if you try to warp away, you won't be able to warp away. But then again, she's an adventurer, so it's got resist to any kind of points in the web, so you can still warp away. So there's a way to trap people to keep them having them from warping away. And
y'all are outside of tether range, by the way, and I think Hoots is facilitating that actually.
Are you in standing fleet?
Yeah.
We're in our own fleet.
No, we're in Fireside.
Oh, yeah.
I'm being warp scrambled. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, if you're being scrambled, you can't go anywhere because you're being scrambled.
She's an adventurer. She can warp away anyway.
No, you have 2 points of strength. He has 2 points of strength.
Ah, Yuzukachi.
It's math.
You gonna like me at Sino Tugu?
What happened?
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna see something really cool. So, Tuka, let us know where you're at so you can see where you're gonna light that sign.
Yeah. what
I'm
could
gonna
go
burn
wrong?
in very close.
No bouncing.
No bouncing. I'll make sure the red bubble's good, but I'm gonna burn in closer. Actually, you guys start burning toward me, and that'll work.
You're on Aerodon?
What could
Or
go
Tuku?
wrong?
Tuku.
All right, how do I?
Green. All right. You're gonna click on. Well, you don't have to click on me, but it'd be
Jump,
easier.
jump,
Click
jump,
on the
jump, jump.
click on the glowing ball, and you're gonna click on the right hand side, like where
Right.
the eye was.
Guys,
Click
you're gonna watch
pro.
the retribution blow up here in a minute.
There I am.
Wait, are you?
So you saw the big splotchy thing that just kind of showed up, and you see that like bright little ball. So Tuku has lit what's called a Sinosaural field, which can be used as a beacon. So Lars was able to use that to jump in a jump freighter, which is that huge ship there, sitting in the sky, full of stuff.
Big red truck.
Big red fire truck with
Actually empty.
billions of
It was just for the show.
all part of the show.
All right. Doing. Ah.
Do you want to give Tuka? Do you want to give Hoots a fleet invite?
Oh, that's right. I'm following Link or something.
If you look how far I got Hoots down in general in our Discord.
Yeah, I was gonna put one drone on him, but I'd kill him.
Oh, you almost killed him.
I did almost kill him.
That's mean.
I know.
Wait. Is it really mean? Because I'm pretty sure I was told at the beginning of this that if you undock, you're on your own and like people can kill you.
Well,
She's
Well-
already learning.
yep.
That said, Eve is a horrible game to play alone.
Yes, this game is not a good solo player game. Not at all. No matter what Hoots tells you.
No, Hoots and I agree that WoW is our single player game.
Hoots doesn't play. Hoots doesn't play Eve. He eats science and plays other games.
You really realize that sign on with the Gila, you knucklehead?
Yeah, I already had the Sino on the Gila. Luckily, I have an all. I'm not worried about this guy because he's still in PDS range. If
Lock
frigate
him up.
shows up,
See, the problem with lighting a sinusoidal field is that you're stuck in space. You're anchored. You can't go anywhere.
You're
And
stuck there
Hoots
for
is,
10 minutes.
you have to sit there in 10 minutes in a very expensive ship. But I digress. So, Sai, we're going to go do some sightseeing real quick.
Oh,
Woohoo!
who wants to join us? You should give him the link
I did give him the link.
for the Discord.
Oh no, not
Small detail.
Tiny little details. Oh, okay. So we are all playing around on Eve. If you guys are just joining us, this is Size Fireside or Gaming with Guildies. We are with Tuku and Link There's and Lars and Jedi now. We keep adding people as we go along, and we're playing Eve online. But I've talked to everybody so far, but Jedi. So Jedi, how did you get started into gaming
Into gaming?
and into Eve and
Into
all that?
Eve? Well, I started playing Eve 6 days after it came out. And I hate this game. But the people are really cool, so I just, keep playing it. That's basically my story.
That's probably the greatest story I've ever heard. I hate
Y'all
this
don't-
game, but I keep playing it because people are cool.
You'll hear that a surprising amount amongst these Eve players. Y'all don't have to wait for my Sino to go down. I can bring my out with you.
And many just don't subscribe or log in. They just hang out and play Eve offline.
One of the best lines I ever heard from a quote unquote evil, video game journalist when it refers to Eve is that Eve is relentlessly social. You have to interact with people whether you like it or not, whether they're friendly or not, or everywhere in between. So,
I have to dock for a second so I can repair because Tuku did some damage to me.
no problem.
This JF's gonna jump out again.
Guys, we can lock Lars up and give him some PTSD.
So if you turn towards
I'm
the
tethered.
if you want to turn towards the station side, you'll see the giant ship.
I say giant account.
Is it the icon looks like
It looks like a little.
looks like sushi.
Looks like what?
It's an upside down little T.
The icon for a jump freighter looks like sushi. Look at it. It's got a little round circle and then like
Alright, guys, it's gonna be a little. Who am I? Okay, I switched over the friendly thingy on the thing on the side. Is there somebody? Can I just click on somebody?
Lars.
Paul Gagne
Oh, okay. What am I clicking on?
is primary.
So if you right click on it, you should have. If you click on him on the overview and press A, you'll approach him. Means you'll head towards where he's at.
You have to hold A and then click.
Or you can right click and look at my ship.
I can fleet warp us, by the way, when we want to go to the jump bridge.
And
Not
of course,
like-
my socket
like-
went down, so I'll be right back.
Light trap fleet, like a.
So I'll be right back.
Okay, how do I look back at myself again?
Click the little eyeball again.
What's the eyeball?
Or you can right click in space and look at my ship.
Do you see a thing on your screen that says selected item? It should be in the upper right hand corner, and then it should say whatever you have selected, and there should be an arrow with some arrows after it. It's like an arrow and a dot, an arrow with some an arrow in a box, an arrow circling a thing, a line, a target, an eyeball with a bracket around it, and an eye. You see that on your screen?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, that's how us bitter vets interact with the game. There is using those buttons up there. We don't use that radio. We don't use the stupid radio menu.
So you just saw Lars jump out, so he is now out of system. Because those big ships, you can actually jump like, was it 14? Was it 7 or 14 light years, depending on your skill?
Something like that. Long way.
Haha. Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. So, all right. So what are we doing? Are we waiting for something?
Yeah, I think it's time to go see Keepstar.
Yep. So I'm logging in, so you guys go ahead. I'll catch up.
Okay, so Sai, what you want to do is this is simple. Right click in space, and you're gonna. Oh, never mind. We're fleet warping. I was gonna teach you how to do it.
We can warp to the Keepstar. We can teach her to warp from the to the Keepstar from the jump bridge.
I was gonna show her how to find the bookmarks.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
Also, put your hand
Okay.
over the screen because this is OPSEC.
Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean?
But you're not supposed to see it. God.
You're not supposed to see the location.
Nobody knows he's
I'll
location.
hide in my ship.
Okay, so there should be a thing in front of you that looks like an umbrella.
Floating disc thing.
Yeah, click on that, and then right click it, and it says jump through to 16 AM TAC 3.
Uh-huh.
Do that.
I told you guys I was live streaming this at the beginning. It's not my fault.
All the
I
spies know
warned the
where it is.
people.
The spies know where it is already.
Okay, now that you're here, look at the your overview again, and you should see something that looks like a U. The icon's a U. It'll say 3.8 AU 16 AM. Together we guard T. Keepstar Fraternity. Click on that.
Wait, overview where?
On the overview, you should see an item.
The thing that looks like a spreadsheet.
What am I looking for again?
You're looking for the item on your thing that says 16 AM 3. Together we guard, and it should say Keepstar.
No, there. See the icon that looks like a U shape?
Oh, yes, got it.
Yes, got it.
Yeah, click on that, and then warp to. Just you can use the 3 arrow button up above, and it's warp to within 0. Oh look, it's Max. And Vex.
I didn't do it. Giant U-shaped thingamajig.
You had to have done it because you're not on grid anymore.
Who?
Yeah, she got here.
I'm looking at a thing. What am I doing now?
I sent.
That
I
is
said
the
who-
large.
I sent
Huh?
Hoots a. I sent Hoots a Discord link because he doesn't want to join us.
I'm here.
Oh, he is here.
This is the largest kind of space station that is in the game right now. It can actually fire a doomsday weapon, which is what you imagine, like
So it's a Death Star.
bolts of energy shoot from the two ears there and form a ball, and then lances out a huge death beam that hits one ship and bounces to another and another and another.
So it's a U-shaped Death Star. Got it.
Welcome to our fully operational battle station.
Yes.
Currently, they're flying the standard of the Space Pandas. Space Pandas.
Yeah, if you look up between the ears, there's actually a Space Pandas logo.
Remind me again, Hoots, if in the lore-wise, this Keepstar is the size of Manhattan, roughly?
Something. I don't know. I don't know anything about Eve lore.
No. So
Something ridiculous like that. Yeah, it's
Titans
gigantic.
are the size. Titans are the size of Manhattan, and this is like 50 times the size of that.
Well, Titans are 14 to 15 kilometers long, and this fits Titans inside of it. So it tells you if you do a show info on the thing, it'll tell you how big it is. You click on the picture.
And I, of
So
course,
it's-
am having to restart my client yet again because as soon as I logged in, it kicked me out.
So the
Again,
Keepstar,
huge fight.
the Keepstar at its longest access is 197 kilometers long. That would be up and down. That's the longest access. So convert that to miles, and then you have, you know,
A lot.
Metric.
Oh, okay.
Metric.
So for those that are joining, we now have Hoots in Discord as well, chatting with everybody on the live stream. So Hoots, I'm going to ask you the same question I've asked everybody else because we haven't gotten very far at all in this. What brought you to AIE and that got you into gaming?
So specifically Eve, I was listening to a podcast, and they were like a general gaming podcast, and they were covering like general gaming news of the day. And that was right around the time, it must have been at this point probably 5 or 6 years ago, that the first what was called Burn Jita was happening. And Burn Jita was an event, and periodically is an event, where a group of players in the game called Goonswarm Federation take a large number of their players and ships and assets and dedicate maybe about a week to shutting down one of the major market hubs in EVE Online by destroying basically any freighter type ship that flies to and from that market hub. And there are a couple mechanics involved that make it a particularly interesting event, but it was also that got me interested. But what also got me interested is the reason it was done was because the leader of this like player group, the Matani, had said some really distasteful things about another player and was kicked off of what's the equivalent of Space Congress. And hearing all of this, not really understanding it, just getting that like surface level bit, combined with kind of the impression that this game is inscrutable, it's not understandable. And I kind of heard that news pitch and I was like, oh, I gotta see what this is about.
I think Tajara disagrees because I'm pretty sure he just said that you needed somewhere to be a dictator of.
Needed what?
He says it in Twitch chat. He goes, he needed somewhere to be a dictator of.
Yeah, that right. Apparently, little did I know at the time. But so AIU specifically, I had been in AIE at that point. My timeline is all jacked up. I had been a member of AIE in WoW for some time, but like kind of I think Lars mentioned, World of Warcraft for me is one of the greatest single player games I've ever played, and I've like very much, but I knew AIE right just through Scott Johnson and his podcasts. So I was like, oh well, they have like a branch in Eve. Check these guys out. They seem all right, and that's how it started.
And then Stig was like, Hoots, you seem pretty level-headed. I'm gonna go get a gallon of milk. I'll be right back. And Hoots became CEO.
So that happened quite a bit later. That happened after.
Yeah, there's a long story in between.
Yeah, there's a long story in between that. Although, like, the fact of the matter is, really the only reason I'm CEO and Stig wasn't CEO is because I was willing to attend the Brave Alliance CEO meetings and he wasn't. That's really what it comes down to, is I had spare time to attend really, really long meetings.
I think Stig was still writing the first version of Umami back then, wasn't he?
No, that was a little bit later. He had Umami had been out by the time I'd been playing Eve. Actually, yeah, by the time I played Eve, I wasn't one of the initial founders. I'd say Tuku and Lars have been playing Eve. Jedi have been playing Eve a lot longer than I have.
I wasn't an AIE.
I was going to say, yeah, you weren't an AIE though.
I got ridiculed because I was in an actual like
a serious alliance.
I was in Unity Urshcon, which is the oldest alliance in the game, right?
Yep.
And they broke up. They had somebody did a crazy jerk move when we took over Providence. They disbanded the alliance. So that kind of screwed us over, and so the group that I was in split off and went to Losec, and we were a serious group, and they made fun of me because I was like, I'm going to go join the group that I go play WoW with because I just want to consolidate all my games together. And they were like, you're going to go join tests? And I was like, no, I'm going to go join this small group there. I don't care they're in test. I mean, yeah, that's kind of crappy, but yeah. I hated AIU in test, by the way.
No, I couldn't tell at all.
Not at all. You're not. You weren't angry. You weren't bitter at all.
But,
But
for those that are listening and not watching Twitch chat, all hail Emperor Hoots and Space Dictator, the God Emperor Hoots. So your people love you, Hoots.
I see. Yeah, I'm unfortunately. You know what I should do? I should pull up the Twitch feed and mute the audio so I can at least see what's going on.
Are you
By the
sure
way,
you want to do that?
Break. RYR. We're gonna tackle Max.
What? Who? What?
Max is primary.
RYR. That's where he is. Tackle Max.
So I have discovered, just between you guys talking and Discord and my husband talking, that there's this whole language to Eve that I have no clue what any of you are saying.
It's nuts. It really is.
I just want to point that out.
It's kind of sort of like takes into consideration some of the old like fantasy MMO stuff, but really not. Like for instance, we have a tank, but it doesn't mean what you think it means.
Actually, we do.
We have CC, CC, but it's not really traditional CC.
Oh,
I have a scram on Max.
Rip Max. Are we gonna murder Max? Are we gonna shoot blues?
I am shooting blues. I will replace his VNI. I don't care.
Oh, that's mean. Again, all relative, right?
I was thinking about popping Cyrene when I first logged in, but I didn't know if we had a
He just got that ship. Like, that was a brand new venture, so. Oh, he's out of range already. That sucks for him. He's the afterburner. He's afterburner fit. I can't fight him.
I don't know. It's Graham. Bummer.
Oh man. So there's a big fight today that's making the server act all weird, and I'm like,
I'd say we should go and check it out. Except honestly, we'd be better off going to like BTACR and checking that out.
Negative. I am not getting stuck in another tie-dye
Right.
hell.
Yeah, to explain what tie-dye hell is, you know when you go on like a coupe in a on like a maybe not up to par computer, and the magic effects start flying and it becomes a slideshow. It's worse than that.
Well, it's deliberately architected to be worse than that. So World of Warcraft nowadays has this wonderful technology called sharding, whereas if like a single geographic area gets too busy, they just take players and shard them off elsewhere, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Eve doesn't do that. Eve keeps all your players in one spot because that's the shtick of Eve, that we're all kind of in this same universe together and everyone can battle everyone. So in order to account for server load like that, when the server gets stressed, in order to keep up with kind of server calculations for like doing anything in the game, the mechanic called time dilation kicks in, where the server deliberately slows the game down to a certain percentage, the maximum being 10%. So literally, if you're in a really big battle and you encounter this thing called 10% time dilation, it takes what? I'm bad at math and percentages, but like 100 times. Like if you have a 60-second action that you would initially do, it becomes 600 seconds. Am I right there? Right? Math is
Sounds about right.
I don't know. The time violation fight that we were just in was the first one I've ever been in.
Yeah, no, it's bad. And there's a big battle going on right now up north that we're all playing hooky and should be at, but we got better things to do.
No, we shouldn't. That's a battle for people that can lose supers.
To be fair, like the first faction Moloch was lost. That's the like the most expensive Titan, which is the biggest ship you can buy.
I think the first Vanquisher was lost too.
No,
I don't know if
the third Vanquisher was lost.
Okay.
I've been paying attention.
Okay, fair enough. I just got home.
Goons lost 2 Vendettas, which are super carriers, faction super carriers. Darkness lost the Keepstar.
Oh, did Darkness lose the Keepstar?
According to the kill report or the battle report, they did.
Darkness
Maybe
was-
not. I don't know.
That's Guardians of the Galaxy, and they recently changed their name, right?
I think so.
The Dead Coalition?
No, that's just a coalition that that's like Dumpster Coalition, right? That's a nickname they were given. Whether or not Riot Rick has kind of embraced it ironically is another question. I don't know.
I don't know about the Keepstar, to be honest with you guys. The Z kill board was super slow when I was trying to pull like the Moloch kill. But the Moloch, the one that died was 500 million-esque, all officer fit. So imagine like there's different tiers of gear in this game. So there's like the stuff that your ship is equipped with, which is like the lowest level tier, unless it's got nothing equipped, which would be great. And then there's the tier above that, which is requires like special stuff to make. Both of those are player crafted. Then there's faction loot, and then there's loot that comes. There's blue loot, which is better than the action loot sometimes. And then on the very best boot loot is purple loot, and it's officer loot, and that stuff is ridiculously good. And this thing that died was like all officer equipped, and it had officer things in the cargo hold for refitting and half a trillion-esque, which is it costs more than this building that we're sitting by.
Wow.
Bowling for Ventures.
And that brings up the other thing that's really different in Eve is it's not like the WoW auction house where you can buy something in one and then just travel across space and time and it's magically in another location. You actually have to move things physically from system to system, which is a lot of what the things I do.
Space trucker. With
Yeah,
a nice baseball cap. It's a valid career option.
I know something about some of that because that's what one of the characters my husband does. and he contracts out to move stuff basically from place to place and makes ISK that way.
Red Frog Freight.
So that ship that was lost today that I was just
Yeah,
talking
Red
about
Frog or something.
has a dollar value of just under $2,000.
So that's a little bit. No, I don't want to say no one spends $2,000 on spaceships
Say
in
it, Hoots.
Eve.
Say it. People spend $6,000 to
Yeah,
$8,000 on shit.
there are very rich people who spend a lot of money on this game. The vast majority of people aren't that crazy. It's only people with a sickness that spend that much money. Most people who have Titans have earned their Titan, I would probably guess, through earning money in game or through scams or through browbeating.
I could, you
their
know what? I
corporate stability.
could think of somebody who probably paid for their Titan outright with cash. But I don't
Yeah.
want to say. I don't want to say it because you know who I'm going to
Names.
say.
I can think. I know of someone. I think we all know of someone who bought the skills for Dread and Titan with a work bonus once.
I am happy to flex my game $100 at a time until I can afford something. Although I got my super carrier through basically biomassing a 2003 character, so there's that.
Oh. Okay. So we're doing a great job on talking about Eve, but the other part of this is talking about you guys, and so that other guild members and community members and alliance members, or however you want to word it, actually gets to know you guys like more personally on a basis, so that sort of thing. So,
So,
like,
so
kind of,
So-
I don't know, like, kind
the
of talk
crazy
about
cast of
yourselves. I
characters
mean,
where you're at?
Like Jedi and I are like best buds and next door neighbors, right?
Literally.
Totally.
Hoots is inside, like just outside, like he's in my comfort zone. Like he's far enough away where like there's no possibility of visiting. But he actually lives. Him and Max are like equidistant for me, so I don't have to.
So what you're saying?
Wait,
That's my
aren't-
comfort range.
aren't you close to me too?
Yeah, you're out of there though. You're way out in Indiana. That's
So what you're saying is that when I go visit my brother in Minneapolis, I should
Minneapolis
not
is-
get in the car and
that's so
drive
far away.
4 hours to Hoot's house, pick him up, drive to your house, go over to Max's place, and I'll go to Taco Bell.
That's like a long drive, man. Because so I'm moving.
You must hate yourself. I'm like,
Yeah.
I must be an hour and a half away from Hoots.
You're about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, and I'm moving to Green Bay towards the end of the year, so that'll be about 2 hours instead.
That's even better. I like
Yeah.
that better.
So if like Theris wants to like do like a 6 to 8 hour amount of driving in a given day,
So what you're saying is that I should be flying from LA, buy you that In-N-Out burger, take the 3-hour flight to Minneapolis, and the
So-
4-hour drive.
so what's better, In-N-Out or Five Guys?
That is awful.
Whataburger.
By awful, I mean, it's not as good.
Five Guys is way better than In-N-Out. In-N-Out is just garbage.
Oh, no,
Garbagey
no,
grief.
no.
See what I've
Five Guys
started?
is Topatone Tasteless.
You asked us to talk about ourselves, Cyrene.
So we
This
have,
is-
we have a Newton system.
Yeah.
Ma-
Garbles.
Max is
Ooh.
saying in Twitch, Five Guys is better.
Ask him which one's better, Five Guys or.
In-N-Out is
Someone
straight.
says,
It's straight up
someone
garbage.
says, what a burger. I'm driving to your house and I'm like stuffing you out in your sleep.
I don't know if
I
I've
did
ever
say
been to-
Whataburger. Deal with it.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, you know what? Whataburger is better than In-N-Out. It's not as greasy.
I don't know if I've ever been to Whataburger.
Like, you should
It's a
just come to
southern thing.
Chicago and we can all meet you there.
Yeah, we'll all meet you in Chicago. We'll have
we'll do that.
we'll meet at Five Guys.
I just happen to have a friend in Chicago.
Max.
She'll probably let me sleep in her van.
Max will set up a tent for you.
I'm only like 2.5 hours from Chicago.
Yeah, Science Forklift far away.
So just letting you know, Cyrene, we have a Neutralin system, and you're standing there all by yourself, immobile.
It's
You are.
fine.
So what did you guys? Did you guys abandon me?
Heather. No,
I'm
she's
I don't
around
think
you.
so. I'm
I've
here.
been bumping your ship over and over and over again.
Tethered.
Ship bowling.
Oh,
He's not going to come anywhere near the Keepstar. Maybe he will. I don't know if anyone's piloting it right now. Probably
Quick,
not.
someone light a Sino.
I wonder who has the ACL list or who's on the ACL for the Keepstar.
Basil probably is because I think we're supposed to
Right.
get back or something eventually. But
Max brings up a good point. If we go to Chicago, we have to get pizza. You
We have
can't
to
get
go
Five
what?
Guys.
You know what's
Nah.
better than Five Guys? Portillo's.
What?
Isn't like Portillo's like a Chicago establishment, basically?
Yeah, that's what Max said in the chat there.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's fair enough.
I don't know. I don't mind driving over to Chicago to hang out with people because we got bored a couple weeks ago. I was off of work for a couple days, and my daughter and I kidnapped my mother, and we drove up to Sault Ste. Marie over the Mackinac Bridge for the night, and then came back. So we basically drove, got a hotel, came back home. It was a lot of fun though.
Hee hee hee.
We got fudge, so it worked out in the end.
Am I thinking of the same bridge? Which bridge?
Mackinac Bridge between Lower Peninsula, Michigan, and the Upper Peninsula.
Mackinac. Okay. Yep, I am thinking of the right bridge.
The what bridge, Hoots?
The it's either the Mackinac or the Mackinac Bridge. I don't remember. Right, it's Mackinac City. That's between Michigan and the lower part and the UP.
And for all you guys listening in, we're not talking to. Let's talk about like distinct bridges out in different states that we don't
Hey,
even live
This is how we
nearby.
play EVE Online.
No, no. I guess I should mention that for anybody who's just now joining the live stream because of all this conversation, this is Size Fireside Chat, which is changing names to Gaming with Guildies. And tonight we are hanging out with guys on Eve, and every time I turn around, somebody else joins the Discord channel. So I think, if I get this right, we have Lank, Tuku, Lars, Jedi, Hoots, and Max not in Discord, but hanging out with us in Fleet and talking in Discord or Twitch. I think that's everybody that I know of.
Sounds about right. The
Hey.
Shapara's there in the chat as well.
Who's got Fleet Boss?
Max.
I call not it. Okay.
Yeah, Max has it.
I was about to warp us into a dangerous situation, but luckily, someone's thought, hey, let's not give that lank guy like fleet commander because he'll go ahead and warp us in a dangerous situation.
Oh, I fully expected to blow up once, twice, or 5 times tonight. So
If they give me fleet boss, I can make that happen.
All right. So what are we doing? Are we gonna go to like BTACR or something?
I think it's a graveyard in relationship to us. Can we go there? That's cool.
That's in BTACR.
It's Remembrance Day-ish. Is it?
Yep.
that's right, because this is supposed to be a special edition episode for Summer of Love, which, if you guys do not know, which I know the guys in here do, Summer of Love is a week-long event that AIE does across all of the gaming community, and it all centers around Remembrance Day, which is tomorrow. So make sure you join your favorite game tomorrow to honor our fallen heroes. And we have events on Friday, and we have events on Saturday, and events on Sunday. So it goes through the rest of the week. So make sure you check out the calendar of events on our blog, which, if you don't know, is at aie-guild.org.
Okay,
Plugged it
so
for us.
I'm gonna ask because I don't know. BTEC R5RB, BTEC ROFE.
5RB, the one in MNC, it's like 27 jumps.
Christ, we have jump bridges.
I think it's a little bit less if we take the jump bridge, but we all have fatigue yet, probably from that first
Let's
jump
put
bridge.
it this way: some of our allies left from Cheetah to go to this because that was closer.
That makes sense why Fraternity was pinging that out. The light just went on. I get it now. Okay. You know what we should do? We should swing by UALX and see how many people are in system.
You should swap out your clones, by the way. Just saying.
No, it's fine.
What are you saying about UALX? You want to get your Dreadnought out of there?
I don't have a Dreadnought in there. All the Dreadnoughts got out, right? Wink, wink.
Yeah.
16 jumps it is.
And
You
like
know
that-
what? Hey,
like that
UALX
fleet.
is on the way to BTACR. Let's start rolling out. Let's go.
Can we get somebody that's gonna actually warp us with boss? Can we get or could we have free move on?
I can do that. Well, if there's someone's
You can't. Max.
if someone makes it.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys another question while you guys are setting up whatever it is you're setting up.
Yeah, go for it. Fill the space.
Okay, here's my next question for you guys. Other than Eve, because that's what we're in right now, what's your next favorite game and why?
So first of all, Eve is definitely not my favorite game. Like Eve is a pretty garbage game.
I agree 100% with Hoots. I like the people here.
Yeah, the people are great. That's really what it's.
First rule of playing Eve Online: get another game to play while you're playing Eve Online.
Now, before we go any further, everyone make sure you're in docking 16 a.m. and by the keep start because I moved up to fleet commander. We're all gonna go die.
Wait, what am I supposed to do? Remember, you guys are you guys are like talking gibberish to me. So.
You will see. You will see.
So I just kind of hover out here where I'm at. Is that what you're saying?
So what you do is you see the icons on the right hand side. You'll see the one that looks like a little circle with a little arrow that says B8H. You'll want to select that and press A, and that's going to align you.
B8 what?
B8HU-Z.
Hey Jedi, I have a question for you that you mentioned earlier, but I wasn't on comms yet to respond to it.
What am I doing with it?
Go ahead.
Oh, approach, you said, right?
Yeah, approach
Yep.
it.
How bad of a player am I if I use the radial menu regularly?
God, I hate the radio.
So
you know what? I wish I could turn it off. If there was an option to straight up turn it off. What was that fleet warp there? That was hot.
Take fleet warp. You're going to see your ship kind of warping through space there, Sai.
I'm bad at this game.
Somewhere.
I'm bad at this game and wasn't aligned, so I'm trailing.
I'm going to start using fleet speak. So so Sai, you're going to wonder, what is he saying? So gate is red. Gate is red. Hold on this gate.
Jump at the gate.
Is red.
Rip.
Jumping.
What does that mean?
All right. Jump. Right click. Say warp through. Or jump through.
Click the frickin' button.
I'm trying to hit the button.
The button would be D, by the way. So select the jump gate and press D, and you will jump through.
I feel like a tiny little ant in a giant wheel of space.
Align Q5K. Align Q5K.
That means click on Q5K in your overview and get the button that says align to, or if you're garbage, you can use the radio menu.
Take fleet warp. On contact, jump through. Jump to the gate. Jump, jump, jump. You'll see in Fleet system that I listed. You can right click and set destination, and you'll see the icons will start marking up yellow, so you'll be able to follow up on the overview. So jump on contact, jump on contact.
All right, so while we're doing this, let's see. I'm looking at my Steam library, and Europa Universalis 4 has 355 hours put into it.
Line QOG, Q0G.
Crusader Kings 2 has 244 hours. And then followed by that, there's a little game called Stardew Valley, which I'm not going to say how many hours I put into that.
That game is
I would like to hear how many hours you put into Stardew Valley. Multiplayer came out today.
How many hours have you spent playing that garbage game, Hoots?
So the Steam version, I've put in 147 hours.
Jump on contact, jump on
How many
contact.
hours have you put into the Switch version?
I don't know. And I also have the PS4 version.
You're addicted, my friend. Addicted.
2 hostiles in system, 2 hostiles in system. Align TY2, TY2.
Who is it? This is, oh, it's Test, it's fine.
Test Fleet, please ignore. I wish I could sort your Steam library by hours played.
If you go to steamdb.info, it sorts it by hours played.
So I'm interested. Jedi, what's your favorite non-Eve game?
Well, if we use the same metrics Hoots is using, I only have 3 games in my library that have over 100 hours in them, and that would be Skyrim, which I can't find. Although it says I played Skyrim Special Edition for 2 hours.
Jump on through, please.
We have Skyrim, we have Farming Simulator 2017 or 2018, which is just relaxing and dope. You have no idea. I'm like a -1, so.
Hey guys, wouldn't go through MTech 4 right now. Unless you just want to die. Drake, Ferox, Loki, frigate.
My client may have just died on me, so I will need some. Oh, there we go, finally. Ooh, we have a red.
Actually, both these test guys are in retributions.
Uh-oh.
We're not in a fleet. Well, I don't know what people have taken, but they're off the gate now. It's fine.
All right, we're
And and the other game I've been putting hours into is No Man's Sky. It's pretty awesome now, and I think everybody, including Hooch, should play.
I have warped into system, and I have nothing on my overview. I am going to crash horribly. So I will need someone over to take over fleet commanding.
Hoots is the CEO. He can do it.
No, I can't. I'm leaving you side to side. Everything worked with the Footzarin system.
So welcome to We're All Gonna Die in a Giant Fire. Here we are flying over with Cyrene.
All right, I'm
pretty sure I'm gonna die.
You probably, most certainly, you're going to die. That venture is not going to last very long. I broadcasted a warp 2 for a Fortizaran system. Well, why are we here, by the way?
Wait, you guys are still in TY2X?
Yeah, I think everyone's still in TY2X. There are a couple of test guys here.
Oh, well, I'm definitely a system ahead now.
I'd go ahead and burn to YF TAC.
Yeah, so I blew up. So now what happens?
So.
Oh, okay. There it goes. You'll see it in about 10 seconds on the Twitch feed.
Oh, they got you, and you're going to get murdered.
So the question is, where was your clone, your death clone, Cyrene?
Given the fact that she's here, probably YF10.
Okay, yeah, we're good then.
Love all woodland nymphs, whatever that is.
Yep. YF TAC. I am basically trying to restart my client as I shake my fist at the heavens and curse CCP.
Well, for the record, I just blew up for the second time tonight. For all those keeping track.
It only works for the first 30 dozen times. Or if you're in a capital ship.
I went explodey. Hey, guess what? My training finished. I wonder if I could jump in the other ship now.
You can.
Hey, backup ship for the win. Look at that. Link was prepared. Lars, what's your favorite game outside of Eve that apparently everybody hates, but they're here for their friends?
Might have stepped away.
I'm gonna ask. Well, Jedi said something. So did Hoots, right?
Jedi and Hoots both said they love Stardew Valley and No Man's Sky.
Link.
Sure.
I'll ask Link.
Link loves food.
Tacos or burritos?
Both.
So, Link Theris, is a taco a sandwich?
Technically, if you ask an AI, a super like sophisticated AI, say for instance Alexa, hey Alexa, is the taco a sandwich? A taco is not a sandwich.
I think I could accept that as an answer.
Because a taco or a sandwich has two pieces of bread, while a taco technically only has one, which then I have to ask about a pita sandwich.
What about an open face sandwich?
Well, if you use that logic, then an open face sandwich is not a sandwich.
An open face sandwich is not. I could get behind that argument that an open face sandwich is in fact not a sandwich.
So I would find the whole open face sandwich as an oxymoron, and that's terrible. We should all rise up at the local like Denny's and say no more open face sandwiches, or call it what it's not. It is not a sandwich. It's just a pile of food on a piece of bread.
So you're saying tacos aren't sandwiches because there's not two shells. But every time I go to our local taquerias to get actual real tacos, they always double shell them. So isn't that two shells?
But I think it has to be opposing shells and the opposing shells has to structurally encompass like the tacos. So if you took like two pieces of tortilla and put one on the bottom, stuff in between, and the other on top, I think that qualifies as a sandwich.
So you mean a quesadilla?
Yes,
pretty much.
A quesadilla is a sandwich, exactly.
Quesadilla is a sandwich. Now, the thing is that if you were to go into a taqueria and they have two tortillas as opposed to one, that means they're using garbage from the store wrapped tortillas, and you should probably stop eating there now because it's awful.
Just remember, Taco Bell won the franchise wars.
Oh.
Yeah, but like you have to realize I'm in the middle of nowhere Midwest. It's not like I'm in California or New Mexico.
So the other thing you need to realize is Link Theris is a food snob.
Absolutely.
Oh, I knew that. That was given years ago.
Yeah, literally the most food snobby person. Did you see the food that I linked today? It was made with all Walmart bought ingredients.
Oh, you're killing me, Larry. Way to give ConAgra more of your money.
Hey, Sweet Mag's made it into thing. He's from Test.
I logged back in and noticed, hey, I don't have a ship. And oh, look, there's Test about to kill me. And here I am in YF TAC.
That's
Thank you,
fine.
Test.
We can't do anything anymore now that Test is watching us. I mean, we probably can, but
Fight them and die over.
they were in what, Retributions?
Yep.
And that's.
We would have to go fight them against with the other retribution to get some logic.
God, I'm so lazy.
Oh, by the
So,
way, ladies,
Can I
ladies
just
and gentlemen,
stay in dock at this point?
you could. Now, my other question being is, so how long do you want this stream to go? Because we can go on for hours.
Well, actually, I usually try to go about an hour. We've been going about an hour and 40 minutes on the recorded
Okay.
part. So, for the show itself, probably should wrap it up at this point, or it's going to take forever to upload to YouTube. But we can still live stream some stuff. It's pretty cool. So,
So there,
I'm going to wrap the show part off so I can stop the recording. Just, you know.
because for convenience sake, and we don't want to spend the rest of the evening here talking to these unsightly eveners as they talk about every other game that they play, plus whether a taco is a sandwich or not.
Well, that and I'm on my last ship now, apparently, because you guys have blown me up twice. So,
Oh God, no, we got a lot of ships. Does
we have ships for days. We can lose your ships every couple minutes.
Every-
Here.
oh, so you're saying I could go get blown up if I wanted to?
Yes, you could.
Oh,
so what you should do, if you dock yourself up in the Fortizar in YF TAC, which you are, if you go down to corporation hangars and the common hangar, please, except for the containers, you can take anything you want out of that hangar. Like, it's like a guild bank, and it's like the guild bank of, please take stuff. We don't want it anymore.
So,
please take it.
It's not like we have 20 identical ships to what you have right now, Cyrene, because I'm planning on using those to train new pilots. So they're there to get blown up.
Oh, gotcha.
Drones, you consider drones a module or a free ammo charge?
I don't know. I just work here.
Look, I'm just trying to keep the hangar clean. That's the first time I've opened it in months.
I did a little bit of organizing last night. It was worse.
So I'm gonna, let's wrap this up just for funsies.
Right.
At least the show part of it. We'll see what happens. So anyway, just so that everybody's been watching on Twitch, which is awesome. We have so many people watching on Twitch. This is Size Fireside Chat, which again, we are switching to gaming with Guildies. Next time you see us, I will have my new co-host, Accusad, with me. We'll be on a new day and time. We're moving to the weekend to make it easier so that everybody can hang out with us and we can pull people in from different games from different parts of the country and the world, who knows. So I want to thank all the guys from Eve for coming on tonight. So I have Jedi and Hutz and Lars and Link Theris and Tuku all in chat tonight. So that's pretty awesome. Do you guys have anything where people can find you at, or Twitch, Twitter, anything, or any shout out you want to give real quick so people can find you on the social network of awesomeness?
I stopped using Twitter.
So we do the Corp does have a Twitter account, and
does anyone actively manning that?
I am.
Yeah. Me.
Should I follow it, or can I follow it?
Oh, you should totally follow it at AIE_Universal.
And they can follow you too, right, Link?
Yep, I'm just that Lang Theris guy, so at Lang Theris. And oh look, oh, they deleted my link. Oh, that's me.
Anybody else want to give any shout outs or anything?
We're recruiting.
Are we recruiting?
We're always recruiting.
Specifically recruiting spies from Test Alliance, Brave, Woundstorm.
Especially you, Sweet Mag. You should totally come join us because why not? It's fun to shoot your former bros. Take it from us.
We were in test once. We learned our lesson.
Well, for those that are listening in or will be watching on YouTube later, you can find me live streaming on Twitch TV at Cyrene, SYREYNE. I'm usually found live streaming in WoW, Overwatch. I've set up for SOTOR and now Eve. You can also find me on Twitter at Cyrene AIE. Just to remind everybody that we do record and live stream, and if you have any interest in being on the show, please get a hold of me. We're trying to get more people on the show, people that want to come on and talk about stuff and hang out in games. The whole point of this is not just to be interviewing different officers and stuff, which we have tonight, which is awesome, but also to bring in the regular guild members. So if you want to be on the show, again, give me a shout out on Twitter. You can find me at Cyrene in AIE Discord, and just let me know if you want to be on the show, and we'll set you up with a schedule. Our next guests are, I don't know because we haven't set that up yet. And I don't know what we're going to be hanging out in, but I do have a rain check to hang out with Sweetgrass and Overwatch. So hopefully we'll get that scheduled soon and everything else. Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
Eve sucks. Come play with us.
Play with you guys.
Yeah, come play with us.
Well, on that special and lovely note with Eve, I do want to give a special thank you out to BD Art Commissions for the custom artwork. You can see it on my Twitch feed. She did a character of Cyrene, which is my rogue in WoW. She's also done some other artwork for some other people. You can contact her at bdartcommissions@gmail.com if you're interested at all in having some artwork done. And I think that about wraps it up for the night. So I just want to say thank you guys for coming and have a wonderful evening. Good night, everybody.
Good night, and come back soon. We promise to blow you up twice as much.
We should give Sai some of these ships. We should give Sai some of these ships that are in the warehouse.
Well, the recording is stopped, but I